What is going on, y'all? Travis here, back with another episode of Glee. In this one today, we will be checking out Season 5, Episode 3. I know that this is a very hard episode for a lot of people to watch. I've had a lot of warning about what this episode is about. I kind of questioned whether or not I even wanted to watch this episode because I didn't know if how it would affect the way that I view the show. But we are going to watch it, and we will see how it goes. I know that there is a song in this show that I will not listen to. If it plays on a overhead speaker in a store, I run out of the store. If it comes on the radio, I immediately shut off the radio. There are people who know why this is. Long story short, I have a friend that ended her own life several years ago, and the song that I'm referring to was played at her funeral, at her memorial service, repeatedly, and listening to that song just takes me back to that, and that is just something that I choose not to listen to. I will be skipping that song when it starts, whenever it happens in this episode. Please respect that, and let's jump into it. Season 5, Episode 3 of Glee, The Quarterback. Oh gosh.
525,600 minutes, moments so dear. How do you measure a year? In sunsets, cups of coffee.
Ooh.
Seasons of love. 525,600.
She looks beautiful.
5 journeys to planets.
Thanks.
Or in times that he cried. Oh, you got to remember.
Ooh.
Measure seasons of love.
Oh, the L. Oh, shit.
3 weeks to the day since his funeral. First time I've had the courage to even look at the suit I wore to it. And now back to Lima for a special memorial Mr. Shu is planning. Being together is hard. It makes it more real. But I also need my friends right now. People keep asking me, how are you feeling? I have no answers. What can you say about a 19-year-old who dies? Everyone wants to talk about how he died too. Who cares? I care more about how he lived. Anyone who has a problem with that should remember that he was my brother. I only keep that out when I know she won't come in. Rachel? I'm going now. This isn't real. I'm not going home for this. He's going to be there. I'm going to spend my entire life missing him.
You know, I've cleared my entire schedule to provide my services to students. Not a single person's come in for grief counseling.
No, maybe that's because you're not a certified grief counselor. Maybe that's because you're just the mentally ill turn to find out what college they won't be attending because they missed the application deadline.
Come on, Sue.
My
How can you even
God.
joke at a time like this?
Because
Easy,
it's
post out
Sue.
Michael Chiklis. I'm grieving, and I grieve by insulting those who mean the most to me. It's also what I do when I'm not grieving.
They don't make him like Finn.
He was our quarterback.
We honor Finn Hudson by taking care of the people he loved. And the way we do that is by helping him to move on, by not making a self-serving spectacle of our own sadness. That's what Finn would have wanted.
Really glad so many of you could make it back for this.
We wouldn't miss it for anything, Mr. Shu.
The funeral was for everyone,
Where's
but I
Quinn?
wanted to do something just for us. To memorialize him the only way we know how, by singing. All week long. Anyone who wants to can come up and sing. Maybe a song he sung, maybe something that reminds you of him.
Singing isn't gonna bring him back.
He has so much hair.
Nothing is. Not ever. But for 2 minutes or so, we can all maybe remember the best parts of him. Think of what you want to sing, if you want to sing, and we'll start tomorrow.
I can't wait until tomorrow, Mr. Shu. I've been bawling for 3 weeks.
Sure, Mercedes, start us off.
I remember Finn telling me that he sang this song to his baby sonogram. Well, he thought it was his baby. He was the first cool kid to be nice to any of us. And
She
he
looks
was
beautiful.
our leader in here. We love you, Finn.
Oh, why you look so sad? Tears are in your eyes. Don't be ashamed to cry. Nothing you confess can make me love you less. Won't let nobody hurt you. If you're mad, get mad.
Yes.
Don't come on and talk to me now.
Ooh.
I'll stand by you. Take me into your darkest hour.
Ooh.
Won't let nobody
Holy shit, that voice.
Sweet, gentle porcelain. I know you were instrumental in raising the funds for the tree in the memorial garden.
All I did was drive to Home Depot and buy a tree for $20.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to dip into your West Village Halloween Parade assless chap fund once again. Tree's gone. Someone's vandalized the memorial.
Why would someone do something like that?
Who knows? Sometimes it makes people do very strange things. When people die, we want to hold on to what's left of them to get us through the hard times. I'll take that $20 for a new tree, please. I prefer exact change. Thanks.
I marked these boxes.
Why would he
so
do
it's easier
that?
to separate things.
You don't have to do this. They can wait.
There's no timetable.
We should do it now. I'm afraid I'll never do it.
Oh, look. It's the ball from the first game we ever scored at. You should keep this, Dad.
It's the weirdest football game I've ever been to.
It's faggy lamp.
I think he kept it in here to prove a point to Bert.
If it's okay with everyone, I think I'd like to keep that lamp.
It's not okay with me. That thing is awful.
I need a lamp in my office at the shop. I tore into him about this lamp. You know, I was right in principle. Kid didn't have a prejudice bone in his body. You know, I knew what he meant when he was calling it faggy. I wasn't teaching him a lesson in tolerance. I was teaching myself one. He was just unlucky enough to be there for it.
Finn knew how you felt about him, honey. Kind of liked it when you yelled at him.
Should have hugged him more. No, it was always, you know, we'd fist bump or we'd high five, but should have given him more hugs. You know, the last time I saw him, he was so bummed out, some test at school. I just told him to get back at it, you know? He was worth it. It was the perfect time for a hug. But for whatever reason, I gave him a pat on the back. That's that. Now he's gone.
Oh, don't donate that. I want it. Seeing him come down the hallway wearing this, it was like Superman had arrived. God, his arms were long.
I always thought that when how do parents go on when they lose a child? You know, when I would see that stuff on the news, I would always think, how do they wake up every day? How do they breathe, honey? But you do wake up, and for just a second, you forget. And then, oh, you remember. And it's like getting that call again every time. You don't get to stop waking up. You have to keep on being a parent, even though you don't get to have a child anymore.
It's with the Banksy Loser Parade.
You're exhausting. You seriously don't recognize this dumpster?
Oh, yeah.
As soon as Finn joined the Glee Club, being a loser, it all became okay.
Give me that jacket. Seriously, I'll pay for it. I got nothing to remember him by.
Well, you can't have this.
That jacket is reserved for people who earned it.
What are you gonna do? Beat me up and take it from me? Throw me in a dumpster? You can't have it.
Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. I've seen fire and I've seen rain.
Ooh, they sound good.
But I always thought that I'd see you again. You just gotta see me through another day. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end.
Sing.
But I always thought that I'd see you again.
Hi, Santana. Shouldn't you be with Tina and Glee Club? I had Tina morning and song with the Glee Club until 10:45.
No, I had to get out of there. Felt like my head was gonna explode. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Principal Sylvester told us the candles have to go.
Cannot let her do this.
He's the janitor.
New Santana Lopez is right, old Santana Lopez. Under the tyrannical jackboot of Sylvester, I'm powerless. I'm to overcome with Finn Hudson-related grief to fight back.
Okay, Donna, one of us farted, and I'm about 60% sure it wasn't me.
You have no right to take down that memorial.
Oh, I allowed that memorial to remain in the hallway for over a week.
You wanted that memorial gone because you're such a cold-hearted bitch.
What did you just call me?
A miserable bitch who has spent every waking minute trying to make our lives
I
miserable.
don't care for your attitude.
Well, I don't give a hot, wet monkey's ass what you care for. See, I don't go here anymore. Finally tell you exactly what I think of you. I have hated you ever since the day I met you. You are a horrible person who never had a nice word to say about Finn Hudson.
If I were you, I would choose my next few words very carefully.
You gonna expel me?
You get the hell out of my office.
How about you make me get the hell out of your office?
Donna, call the police.
Pick up that phone and I will shove my foot so far up. No, this is assault.
Oh, shit.
Tina, I'm really glad that you took the time to come talk to me today.
I just don't know how much longer I can do this.
Do what?
I just don't know how much longer I can wear black. This look is so Tina 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see what I
Oh my
have in my
god.
drawer here. Why don't you have a look at these on your way out? Okay. right on time for your 1:30.
I don't think I need grief counseling.
Have a seat. Come on.
Really?
Well, I was with you when you found out that Finn died. I stood right next to you at the funeral, and I couldn't help but notice something.
What?
You haven't cried.
What are you saying? That I don't feel anything?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Of course I feel something, Emma. I feel more than I know how to express. I'm heartbroken. I don't even know how we're all supposed to move forward. I have to make sure that the people around me are taken care of.
Listen to me. I love you. Whatever you feel and however you want to show it, that's okay. I think there's gonna come a time when you need to let it all out, and I want you to know that I plan on being here for you when you do.
I have to get back to class.
You're drunk.
You're beautiful.
You puke in my locker room, you're cleaning it up.
What's the big deal?
I get needing something to get through the first few days, but it's been a month. You don't have to be scared to have feelings.
Now we're
Of course I
now
do.
we're a month
Why?
after.
We're all having a...
Not like mine.
Tell me.
But if I start crying, I don't think I'll ever stop.
Finn would have kicked over one of my chairs.
That was his specialty.
Sit down. Come here.
What chance do I have of not being an idiot and hurting people without him around to remind me who I really am?
Just gotta do that for yourself now. And see yourself how he saw you.
It's not like when he was alive.
You gotta make it good enough because it's all we got left. And I'm telling you this straight because that's how you and I talk. He's dead. And all we've got left is his voice in our head. You gotta be your own quarterback.
Do you think we could retire his number? Kurt has his Letterman jacket. Maybe we could frame it or something and put it up in here. Other kids should know who he was years from now.
Yeah, I can get that done. But you gotta promise to put the tree back.
I didn't take the tree. Fine, I took the tree. It was a garbage tree, though. It wasn't big enough.
They grow, you know.
Okay, I know that Finn had his doubts about God. I am convinced that Squishy Teats is up in heaven right now, next to his new best friend, Fat Elvis. So, this is for you, Hudson.
You sang beautifully.
Couldn't do it.
It's only one more chorus.
No, not the song. I had this whole plan to surprise everyone and not be a bitch for once in my life. Say all these nice things about Finn, and the last minute I chickened out. I even wrote them all down.
Would you read it to me?
No, I can't. It's too embarrassing. They're like really nice.
If there's one thing I've learned from Finn dying, it's that shame is a wasted emotion. I'm sure Finn had secrets too, but who cares now? Do you really think one day on your deathbed you're gonna think, oh good, no one knew I was kind?
Okay. When we had sex, Finn never stopped asking me if I was okay the whole time, and he meant it. One time, Becky Jackson left a piece of chocolate birthday cake on my chair. It looked like I'd pooped my pants. Finn walked behind me until I could get out of school.
Yeah, you would have never let that one down.
No. He was a much better person than I am.
That is true. But Finn really cared about you. And I don't think he would have done all those things if he didn't think you were decent too.
Can you leave, please?
Man, watching this knowing that she's gone too, that's hard.
Well, we busted out of class. We learned more from a 3-minute record than we ever learned in school. Well, we made a promise and no surrender. These drums and these guitars, we swore we'd always remember. No surrender. Blood brothers on a summer's night. Surrender.
I love you guys.
Where is it, Puckerman?
It's just a tree. I told Beast I'd put it back.
Finn's jacket. Lie
She is
down
so
in the nurse's
beautiful.
office, hung it up on the coat rack, and when I woke up from my grief siesta, it was gone. We all know you took it.
We were rounding up the usual suspects. That would pretty much just be you.
I didn't take Finn's jacket. Enough!
No fighting this week.
No me gusta.
Santana.
Seriously, Puck. You can keep it tonight, but I need it back tomorrow. All right, it's in Tana's now.
I swear, I didn't swipe the jacket, Mr.
I understand
Shue.
wanting the jacket, Puck. And I'm not saying that you took it.
I didn't.
But if you did, all I'm gonna say is that all of us want some piece of Finn to keep close to us.
I owe you an apology.
Have a seat.
Okay, look. All I can say is that I'm really...
Shut up. You were absolutely right. Everything you said, you were right. I was horrible to that kid, and I'm utterly destroyed that he died thinking I didn't like him.
You can
Cut the crap.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care about that. I don't care about people. I care about him. He was such a good guy. And I'll never get to tell him. There's no lesson here. There's no happy ending. There's just nothing. He's just gone. He would have made an excellent teacher. I thought I'd spend the next 30 years teaching alongside him. I thought I had all the time in the world to rail against him. Dopey little glee club. Oh, it's just so pointless. All that potential.
This is sort of cheesy. No, it's beautiful. I just had to see it. Nobody treat me with kid gloves, okay? I don't know what to say either. I loved Finn. He loved me, and he loved all of you guys. I know he did. I liked to sing in the car, and before Finn, I used to sing alone. And this was the first song that I sang with him when we would drive around together, so this is for him.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. And there's no one there to hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. But we met, no doubt in my mind where you belong. I go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. Oh, the storms are raging on the road. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
I can't believe she was able to.
A pretty hefty reward.
It's not a reward, it's bait. I'm gonna kick the crap out of whoever brings that jacket back. And I want it back before I go home.
Your home?
New York. That's my home now. I'm not coming back here for a while. More than a while. Maybe never. You know, I used to love coming here. But now this just reminds me of everything that I've lost.
I understand. You should go.
You don't have to rush me out of the door.
I'm a teacher. It's supposed to make me happy to see my kids grow up and leave the nest.
Does it?
I can say for a fact that it certainly beats the alternative.
What? It's root beer. So what do you think? 50 years from now, when this tree's 30 feet tall and kids come to make out under it, will they know who it was planted for?
Probably not.
You know what's tripping me out? This line between the 2 years. It's his whole life. Everything that happened is in that line.
What are you gonna do with your line now, Puckerman?
I'm gonna make a man of myself. Figured if I don't have Finn, I need an army to help me.
The Army?
Air Force, actually. Thought maybe I could be a Top Gun.
I think they were actually naval aviators in that movie.
You know, if Finn was around, I'd just keep letting him point me in the right direction. Now, it's up to me to figure it all out.
Proud of you. You know? Just don't get shot, okay?
Keep watering that tree.
You got it. Have a good line.
Hey, Mr. Ship.
Hey, Rachel. I get flashbacks when you walk in here and say that. Good ones.
How are you doing?
Everyone keeps asking me that.
From what I hear, you've been a rock for everyone, so I know that means that sometimes you don't get to grieve yourself.
I'm okay. I mean, I'm really not okay, but yeah, I'm okay. But more importantly, how are you?
I have no idea. I talk to him a lot. I can still see his face and I can hear his voice so clearly. Do you think that I'll ever forget it? Because I'm afraid that one day I will.
What do you talk to him about?
Anything. I mean, when we were dating, it was pretty much me talking all the time and him just pretending to listen. It's not really that different. I had it all planned out. I was gonna make it big on Broadway and maybe do a Woody Allen movie. And then when we were ready, I would just come back and he'd be teaching here and I'd walk through those doors and I would just say, I'm home. And then we would live happily ever after.
It's a good plan. Did you tell him?
I didn't have to. He knew.
And now what?
I don't know, something different.
Maybe something better.
I don't think that that's possible. He was my person. But thank you so much for doing this. I felt like I didn't know if I would be able to sing again, but now I know that I can. And I know that there have been a lot of memorials for him, but I had this made and I was hoping that we could hang it in here.
Did he really say that?
He was smart, just, in an untraditional kind of way.
Come on, let's hang it right over there.
He has jacket. I think that was, I guess, like I don't know, it's like hard to put into words how to feel about that. I think that what can you do in that situation, in that moment? What's the right way to honor somebody? What's the right way to deal with that? There isn't one. I think that, some people have told, I've heard that they took 3 months off of the show or whatever. I think the hardest part for me watching this is like knowing that these are like actual emotions that people are going through. Like they're not acting. So like these tears are real. They're not the character. It's these people actually having lost somebody personal in their lives and them dealing with it on camera. That's like the most heartbreaking thing for me. I do appreciate that they injected some humor in there because I think that it was definitely needed, and I think that it stays true to the art of this show. I'm like shocked that Quinn wasn't there. I wonder if anybody can tell me why. Yeah, I mean, some of those vocals, some of those parts, like Leah singing To Make You Feel My Love and Mercedes, where the song that she sang, like those were some of the best vocals, some of the best numbers that I've ever seen in this show. But I don't know if I'd be able to watch them again. Like this is an episode where I don't think I'll go back and watch it. I think that this is one that I would skip. It's heartbreaking to see the scenes with Naya and with Mark, knowing how things ended up for them. It's just that's a tough one. This is a tough one. Let me know what y'all thought about this. I know what many of you probably thought about it, but the reaction, I guess, I don't know. I'll see you on the next one.